Hi guys, we're going to Walmart. We also are not feeling well, and we're getting medicine for our child
And us.
and us. Yeah, and my glasses are steaming up because I'm hot.
Sexy.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Dan, and this is the Nerdy Dad Blog. So for all of you guys who watched my previous video, the video where me and my family went to Rockford to visit various museums and just to hang out with my future brother-in-law. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I think it was the first video done in that style. So hopefully you guys like videos like that. If you do, please leave me a comment or a message. I could definitely make more videos with that style. But today I have an unboxing for you guys, and this particular figure I'm pretty excited to have. I've had this action figure in my collection for a little while, and you know, I've just been waiting for the right time to unbox it. I'm just gonna go ahead and dive in. So this is Karai from the new version of Ninja Turtles. And why this is important is because they very rarely make human representations of Karai. They got hybrids, mutant hybrids of Karai. They've got all types of other different type of interpretations. So why this is important is because Karai is a pretty awesome character, and they don't have any human interpretations. So this is cool because, you know, this is the first figure they've done of Karai in her human form in a long time. Now, if you're not familiar with Karai, how I've been introduced to the character is that she was the main villain in the mid 2000s TMNT CGI movie, and so she is the daughter of Shredder, which in itself is pretty cool. I don't know if they have the same origin in this particular new interpretation of the Ninja Turtles, but just to have a Karai figure is pretty cool in itself because they're very rare. A little aesthetics about this particular figure and the box it's in. So the bubble package is in pretty good shape. Not that it matters because I'm going to open it in front of you guys anyways. The logo sits atop with also the Nickelodeon logo. I've noticed that you can't put a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo without the Nickelodeon logo, solely because I think Kevin Eastman has sold most of the rights to the Ninja Turtles to Nickelodeon, so he cashed out pretty well. Happy for him. And also in the back they have the bio. If you're not familiar with Karai, they have her bio on the back, and if you could read that, that's great. My phone is actually having trouble focusing, but hopefully you can see that. So I'm definitely going to save this piece of the box. I'm not going to completely destroy the whole packaging. I think some of this particular part is worth keeping. And if you scan on the bottom here, here is the full, or actually partial catalog of the newer interpretation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. A lot of interesting characters here. If you notice that, if you're a fan of the original Turtles, a lot of the Turtles and a lot of the bad guys seem new to you. And actually, some of them, they're just newer interpretations of the old characters. My perspective on this is that they've made the Turtles and their villains a lot more streamlined. I remember the 80s cartoons, you know, it was a great indicator of the times because they were very stylized. catered to the time that they were in. They were very 80s. And if you're not familiar with that era, just watch some cartoons from that era, and you'll be familiar with what I'm talking about. You'll just be familiar with that type of style, I guarantee you. Okay, so before I opened the box, I actually read the back, and I'm going to read it to you. So they did tinker with her origin in this particular interpretation of the turtles, which I think is pretty interesting. So I'm going to, if I don't look at the camera, I apologize, but I'm just going to read this to you guys so you can hear this. So this is pretty important because this is the basis of her character for this interpretation of the turtles. So the title line, Karai Tanto Swordmaster, a type of sword. I'm not familiar with swords, but that's the type of sword that she's a master of. So here is her bio. Karai is a fierce female ninja that has the turtles training extra hard to keep up with her. Raised by Shredder, the turtles' arch enemy, she has always been his loyal partner and daughter. As Leo and Karai's paths continue to cross, they form a friendship that leads to the ultimate truth of Karai's past and reveals her as her real father is Splinter. What? Are you serious? What a twist. That's like that's like an M. Night Shyamalan twist for me. You know, it's just like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, wow. I'm glad I read that before I opened the box. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'm gonna open the box now. I'm gonna finally get to what I set out to do. So here it goes. All right, so let me okay, well, I'll move it up so you guys can see me open it. And pull this out. And I really hate twist ties. I think they're ridiculous. Okay, you know what? I'm probably just gonna cut to taking out the toy. Get out of there! Get out! That was my little tribute to P2 Vision. I love his channel, and also a tribute to Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of my favorite action stars of all time. But yeah, P2 Vision. He's hilarious. Great channel. Definitely watch that. He actually does the best Arnold impression I've ever heard. But anyways, here's the figure, and she's really cool. Keep in mind, this is this is not a premium figure. It's it's like about an $8 figure depending on where you go, but around that price point. So there isn't any I can't talk right now, I apologize, but there isn't many points of articulation on this. I mean, there's a head, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 10 points of articulation on about a 5-inch figure. Not bad. And then you just also have to keep in mind, you're paying $8 for this figure. You're not going to get 20 to 25 points of articulation. But for what this is, and how this is a representation of Karai, I think this is a pretty awesome figure. You also have to keep in mind how tiny the arms are, and you can't move around the elbows. The arm is just like one straight line. You just can't. There's no points of articulation at the elbow, which is a pretty bad bummer. But then you get this little mask piece, and you just put that on her to give her that ninja look. And you know what? That looks pretty awesome. That looks pretty badass. That almost makes me forgive the no points of articulation at the elbow. Really cool figure. I'm not digging the blonde underneath the black hair, but at this point it's just nitpicking at this point. Really cool. I like the color scheme. I like her petite feet. I think that's really funny. Let's see if I could actually, how easy it is for me to put the sword in her hand, because that, if I can't pose her with the sword, then it doesn't make any sense. And you know what? Easy. I didn't know she was left-handed either, you know. They specifically have her sword big enough to fit in her left hand. So that's cool, because I'm also left-handed. So yeah, cool figure. I'm kind of digging this. I'm my first Karai figure, and I'm actually excited to have this particular figure, because now I can pose this with my Ninja Turtles, and they can have some epic toy battles. Definitely for my my toy photography. If you haven't checked out those videos, definitely check them out when you can. So I'm definitely going to zoom in of standalone video of her. So stay tuned. I will show that to you right now. Oh, one more thing before I go in and show you close-up pictures of Karai. So this came in with the blister box, or the packaging. It's a an advertisement for TMNT Blast. So it looks like Nerf, which is pretty cool. You know, otherwise I wouldn't pay attention, but they have the turtles with intense looks, and you shoot out little darts that look like or not darts, but they look like small projectile, Nerf-like projectiles that shoot out turtle, you know, different turtles and different villains from the Ninja Turtle universe. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that, actually. Otherwise I wouldn't be paying attention to that, but you know, just the how it looks is really cool. And they even have a double blaster, and they have a quad barrel blaster. That's cool. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. That might be upcoming. If I have a chance to ever see this up and close, I'll do a feature video. So thanks, guys. Hi guys. So this is the Karai figure with all of the accessories attached to her. I must say, with the mask, she looks really, really awesome. One distinct thing that I have to point out is that because of the joints in the thigh and how thin her legs are and how small her feet are, how petite her feet are, it makes it very difficult for me to pose her, and that could pose a problem for you guys as well. You know, if you're posing her on a shelf, so you may need like a sticky, like one of those glue dots. Don't get anything with extra strength. You know, get something just regular strength, and that may work for posing her. So those thigh joints may pose a problem. I actually took about 5 minutes posing her, because she wouldn't stay still, and you know, just the how thin her legs are and how small her feet make it very difficult to pose her in the right position that I would like. Now I've got to say, looking at the figure up close, and it just the sculpting is really great. I've got to say, like, the how they designed this character, I really love the purple sash and just the silver and black, the simplistic design. It really makes it for a nice figure. I mean, it just echoes you know, throughout. You know, the silver is matched up with the kick pads on the bottom, and then the gauntlets on her forearms. Really nice touch. And then the touch of purple on the sash, and then the eye, the war paint. That's really cool. I think that's just a great touch as well. Now the back is really cool as well. It also echoes the silver and black silhouette, and how it trims the figure. I also like the blonde on the back. I wasn't too fond of it initially when I bought the figure, but I think it's really cool. It adds another flair of color into an otherwise, just simplistic toy. I also like the sheath for her katana. I think that's cool as well. The only thing that see, there you go. That's an example of how difficult it is to keep her standing. Just because of how thin and how flimsy her legs are and how small her feet are. It poses a problem, especially if you're posing her on your shelf. If I can get her to stand here. Nope. Okay, so that took a little while. So if I could get her to stand for a little while I finish my review. So the handle is also really cool. It's a red handle, and not much points of articulation. But you know what? This Turtles line, it's not really known for great articulation. It's known for just how out there and how wacky the characters look. I mean, the character designs are just great. And also, having a human Karai, that's really cool as well. There's serpent Karais out there and different mutations of Karai, but you can never beat the original. What I was going back to is like the lot number or whatever number that is on the back. I'm not really fond of that, and I know a lot of toy companies do that. They put their stamp on the back, but I would appreciate more if you guys put it on like the bottom of the foot, or even like not even on the figure, because it really makes the figure, it cheapens it, I think. I mean, like you have this nice figure and then you have this stamp on the back. It's not a good look, I think. Not a good look. Okay, so here's another look at Karai without the ninja mask. And that actually also looks cool on her as well. I prefer the ninja mask because it gives her more of an edgier look. But if you put her on your shelf, you'll also look really cool without the mask as well. I think it's just a matter of preference, of course, but it's a cool look as well. So thanks for watching my review. Hopefully I made it as thorough as I could. This particular figure is made from Playmates. It's the 2012 and current run of the Ninja Turtles line, made by Playmates Toys. You could pick them up anywhere from Walmart, Toys R Us, Walgreens, Kmart, anywhere that they have a toy section. Basically anywhere I see them on the shelves. So if you enjoyed videos like this, why not press the like or subscribe button? Do me a favor and help out the channel. And again, thank you guys for watching.